Hey, Sports Talks fans, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick. It's your boy Rick. All we do is talk about sports all day. All right. Anyway, man, you see paper on my wall. Disregard that. If you have kids, you understand. My daughter loved to write on the wall, so I put papers all over the walls. And downstairs, so she can come in, write what she wants to, and then boom, remove it, throw it away, put a new one, and that's it. Anyway, man, before I talk about the Jets, who disappoint me again, well, let me give a shout out to the Eagles, man. To the Eagles, as a Jet fan living in Pennsylvania, when I'm driving home from work or going to work, I put in the I listen to sports. And I'm listening to all the Eagles. We don't get Jet stuff here, so it's tough being a Jet fan in Pennsylvania. You have the Pittsburgh or the Eagles. That's it. So football, you're not gonna get anything else. If there's a trade, they'll mention the Jets, but that's about it. So you gotta find out other outlets to watch the games and listen to the games. So it's a good thing I can see the games and so on. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to the Jalen Hurts. I know the fans, they were trashing him for a long time. They didn't want him. They thought Carson Wentz was it, and I thought Carson Wentz was trash. Even to go to the Super Bowl, it's not like he was doing anything. It was the defense, special team, with the kicks and everything like that. So, but anyway, I want to give Jalen Hurts Howie Roseman. Give Howie Roseman credit for picking that kid. That kid was good. I always thought man, I wish that the Jets could have a player like that. But he's a world MVP, man. Congrats to the guy, man. He's a hard worker. You see him, he's grinding, and so to the Philadelphia Eagles organization and the fans who love Jalen Hurts, congrats, you made it. The one who didn't like him, who didn't want him, who thought Carson Wentz was better, you guys suck, man. You hurt yourself. You play yourself, man. The guy's a stud. You have to give the guy a weapon. And AJ Brown, I know the Titans. Mike Vrabel was so pissed off. That's why they fired that GM. That's why the GM was fired. When you saw during the draft when they announced that they traded AJ Brown to the Eagles, Vrabel, you saw what he did. Vrabel got up. He was very upset because he loved big physical wide receivers. AJ Brown is a physical wide receivers, man. You know what I mean? So congrats to the Eagles for the Eagle organization for believing in and for drafting Jalen Hurts. By the way, you know what I mean? The kid is special. I don't understand why he was there that late in the rounds. But congrats to the Eagles. You did a great job. By surrounding this kid with weapon. He's a stud, man. I'm happy for the Eagles, man. With what they're doing, man, like wow. Can you imagine? Because again, they clinch first round bye. So the team have to come here to play them. And I don't see. With the exception of the Cowboys are tough right now. They're clicking them. They clicking, man. They have the players. So it's gonna be a tough matchup. But I know Eagles will come out on top. Jalen Hurts is far better quarterback than than Dak Prescott is. Better weapon. You have AJ Brown. I mean, they have weapon on receiving the receiving team, and then their tight end. I love their tight end, man. He's a big physical tight end, the country boy. So that's good. The blue collar players, you need that type of guy. I think, man. To me, Kelsey's have the notch because of the not the longevity, because he's been doing it for a long time. But I think the Eagles have the best tight end in the game, because of what he's able to do. It's not just a run blocking, but pass catch. He got great hands. So anyway, shout out to the Eagles organization. The true fan of the Eagles. There's a lot of bandwagon guys jumping in, trashing Jalen Hurts. I think to me he's the best. He's the best quarterback by far. Donovan McNabb was a good quarterback, no doubt about it. He took them to multiple NFC championship. But Jalen Hurts, you see the guy, man. Every game, even when they win, he's critiquing his own game, man. He's telling her, I could have did this better, I could have done this. I'm like, wow, that's something, man. That guy's a true leader. So congrats to the Eagles fans. You guys have a team. You have a cultural belief on the team, and stop trashing your defensive coordinator, man. He's a good defensive coordinator. All right, you want him to blitz. That's not his game. That's not his scheme. You know what I mean? And you have the front four that could create pressure without that. All right. So let him be, man. He's gonna be all right. All right. So congrats to the Eagles fans. The organization and Jalen Hurts, man. To me, he's the MVP. I don't see anyone like it. The guy's perfect. When you want the team to win game, even with injuries, and they're doing great. So congrats to the Eagles. Now let's talk about the Jets, my New York Jets, man. Oh my gosh, it's heart wrenching. I was, being in New York, and then also, thinking about the game, and then we were in New Jersey at my in-laws, my sister-in-law house, watching the game. It was heart wrenching, man. Just to see Mike White, all the hits. The offense got to do a better job protecting him, and in this scheme, man, that's what I'm saying. And the zone scheme. I don't understand the scheme. The guy got hit. He got knocked out multiple times. There's a few times he held onto the ball too long. Get rid of the ball, man. But the hits were just brutal. Watching him getting all those hits, it was hard, man, to see, knocked out of the game. And Joe Flacco came in. Man, listen, Jets. Joe Douglas, man, I like you, man. You know what I mean? Joe Douglas, I like you. Robert Saleh, I like you, man. But you guys, Rob, you guys, man. Joe Flacco shouldn't even be in the league, bro. I don't understand why he's there. That's free money. You're giving this guy all this money, millions of dollars to come in to do what? He's garbage, bro. Joe Flacco is landfill, women bathroom garbage, man. Garbage. I was so pissed off the fact that he even came in the game. I'm like, why is he? He shouldn't even be. Come on, man. Deactivate this fool, man. He's trash. Deactivate this fool, man. He came in at this point. I would have taken Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson don't even know the plays, but I would take Zach Wilson over him. When Mike White got knocked out, you see Joe Flacco came in the game. Listen, the Jets lost the game today. They lost because of Joe Flacco's trash. Open receivers, he looked lost, man. He looked drunk. You know what I mean? Like he was partying, he was drinking all night, and they like, oh, so you gotta be in the game. Like this guy collecting free money, man, to do nothing. Come on, man. Guy's trash. Anyway, he fumbled the ball. You got open receivers. He can't connect. You don't see them. He just like, oh my God. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And then Michael Carter, man. Both Carters, man. Michael Carter the second, the cornerback number 30. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta play better, okay? I praise you. I've been praising you as a good nickel corner. You out there. I call you the best nickel corner in the game, bro. You know what I mean? I give you the high praise. But a lot of penalties today. I know the refs got paid for the game, but I'm not blaming the refs for what happened. They call a lot of penalty on you. I understand. You know what I mean? Some of it was really you, man. It was really you. You got to step it up. And, but Michael Carter, the running back, you can't fumble the ball like that, man. Like when the team needed you, you know what I mean? We're edging, we're driving to win the game, and you fumble the ball like that, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. Like, you can't fumble the ball like that, man. You know, you're a running back. You got to hold on high and tight. You got to hold on to the ball better than that. You're holding onto the ball like a loaf of bread. It was snowing in Buffalo, man. Snowing, rain and sleet. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You gotta hold onto the ball better than that. You holding the ball like a loaf of bread. And so anybody could just come in and grab that stuff from you, man. You fumble the ball, and you know, and Joe Flacco fumbled the ball. Trash. Joe Flacco is trash. You know, he's garbage, man. Joe Flacco is landfill, women bathroom garbage. You know that's bad. Trash, man. You can't come in and play like that, man. You know, it's just disappointment after disappointment. You know, but Mike White kept coming back. He kept coming back, man. He kept coming back. You know, I was disappointed a little bit. There were a few plays he could have done better, man. Number one, you can't hold on to the ball like that. You know, he's holding on to the ball too long. He got a few sacks that he shouldn't. Get rid of the ball. I know he was gun shy. I know he was, you know, he was hurt. He was afraid. But, you know, an opportunity there were a couple opportunities, you know, I think he could have just run it in, run, you know, get a first down. And then we were fourth and 1. You know, you went for that field goal, man. I was very disappointed with that. I'm like, we need a touchdown there, man. We need a touchdown, not a field goal. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, what are we doing? You know, like, the offensive line got to be able to block and let's go get a first down, man. We got to do better than that. The play calling, you know, is terrible. We got to do a lot. You know. I'm watching it. Garrett Wilson, man, that kid is a stud. All right, Garrett Wilson. As a Jet fan, I am hopeful, man. You know that now the Jets are 7-6. You know, they play the way they playing. They getting themselves. They kicking themselves out of the playoffs. All right, you got a team like New England, all the stuff. Who's right there. You know, they kicking themselves out of the playoffs. You have, you know, man, 7-6 is 13 games. 13 games. 4 more games. You know what I mean? 4 more games, bro. All you need out of you gotta win. You gotta win at least 3. Can the Jets win all 4? I don't know. Detroit is not an easy gimmick anymore, man. They're not an easy. You know, I know their record doesn't show, you know, who they really are, but man, you know, it's not just an easy game. You know what I mean? Detroit's not just an easy gimmick anymore, man, because they have opportunity to come in and do what they got to do, man. So I'm like, wow. So you gotta win to be 10-7 or 11-6. You know what I mean? 10-7, 11-6, and you gotta give credit to Mike White. You know what I mean? And Corey Davis got hurt, so it changed. You know, Spurs is not it, man. I don't understand. Like, come on, man. You know, they give him that big contract, man. He's, you know, I don't see he's disappointment, man. You know, like last week, dropped that touchdown where the Jets could have won the game with Minnesota. You know what I mean? This week, almost cost an interception. You know, it's like, come on, man. Come on. He got the big money, and that's it. I would have liked to see Denzel Mims right there. Or, man, feed Gary Wilson, man. The guy's a stud. The best rookie wide receiver in Jets history. Better than Keyshawn Johnson. And you know I love Keyshawn. Keyshawn was, I know Keyshawn Johnson firsthand. You know what I mean? I know Keyshawn, bro. You know what I mean? So he was one of my favorite players. You know, even at USC, you know, he was the reason I even consider USC, playing football. So, hey, but Keyshawn was the man, okay? Keyshawn was the man. So, but as you know, but Gary Wilson, man, that kid is a stud. All right, that's the future. So I'm hopeful for that, man. When you watching the game, when you're watching players like that, players like Gary Wilson, you say, okay, I'm hopeful. You watch, Jermaine Johnson coming in at number 52 of the Jets, coming in blocking a punt for a safety, doing all that stuff. He's like, wow, as a rookie, I'm hopeful for that. I'm hopeful for Sauce Gardner coming in as a rookie, dominating. You know what I mean? Clemens, all those guys coming as rookies, putting up numbers, man. You know what I mean? Dominant, putting up film. Your resume is your film, what you can do, man. So I'm hopeful for that. I'm hopeful to see what can be. I like, Max Mitchell. I like those guys. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, I'm hopeful to see. I see Mike White doing a little bit. You know what I mean? He could do better, but there's an opportunity. That's something that Zach Wilson could learn from. How to be a player, how to play the game. Take your time. I'm hoping that he take this time to actually watch film and understand the game, because he didn't do that. He didn't know the stuff. So this is it. Can you learn plays? Are you a Jamarcus Russell? Jamarcus Russell didn't understand plays. So is Zach Wilson that guy? You know what I mean? Like I said, allegedly, for my last video, I told you, allegedly his family paid for they pay scout, they pay for him, allegedly they pay for to be put on the team in high school, and pay for BYU to pick him up, because no team, no college was looking for him. None. He wasn't getting recruited. You know what I mean? So BYU was the only one. Again, all as alleged. You know what I mean? So, and then they pay scout to get him to the pro. So I understand that. You know what I mean? But this is an opportunity to learn, to actually do something. So I don't want them to hand him the job. They put the C on his chest, like, you got to earn that. As a football player myself, I understand. I understand. You got to earn your spot. It's not just given to you. You know what I mean? So when you see a guy that just get the job because they just give it to him or whatever, like, come on, man. So we gotta do a lot better. So I'm hopeful, for what the Jets can be. The defense we have, I love the fact that we have the players, the rotation. People coming in, they fresh. So I'm hopeful for that. I'm disappointed for Quentin Williams. Quentin Williams actually just, man, guy's a beast. He got 2 sacks today, but it's hurt. I hope that he's fine. You know what I mean? He's out of the game today, but I hope that he's fine moving forward. But 11 sacks already, with 4 games left, and possibility of just 20 sacks a season. But then I hope he's fine and he can play next week. But I'm excited to see what the Jets can do. I'm excited to see the coaching staff improve, man. They got to do better than that. But it's been a long time, playoff drought. I wanted them to be able to make the playoff. So I am happy. Yes, we lost back-to-back. It's the first time this season the Jets lost back-to-back games. We haven't done that. So before, I would have been mad. I would have been coming in. Man, my videos would have been different. I would have told you Robert Sala's trash, Mike LaFleur trash, all of that. But I am hopeful. Robert Saleh, man, you got to do better. As a leader of the team, man, you got to do better with the play calling, man. The decision making, and then you running the Mike Shanahan offense, and that's not it. You got to be able to, to use the scheme better. You got the big bodies, you got to use them. So this scheme, I don't understand. Mike LaFleur should be able to utilize that better, because this is the same system ran in San Francisco, same system that was just very successful in Denver, and it was great. We got to do that. We got to do better with that. I'm watching running back. We got to do better, man. It's offense look terrible, because again the play calling, and which I'm blaming not so much, yeah, Mike LaFleur better, but saying Robert Saleh is you the head coach, you the leader of the team. You gotta do better than that. So enough with the Jets. Again, I would have been more excited if we won, but we didn't. So there's not much I could dwell on that. We got to move on to the next game. But I'm hopeful of the possibility and the opportunities to see, like seeing the young players now dominating. So it's a beautiful thing to see that the young players dominating. So you get you have Garrett Wilson who's dominating. To me, he's man. Wow, he's gonna be like one of the top receivers in the game. So it's good to have a player like that. I haven't seen a Jets receivers like that since Keyshawn, and we had Laverne Cole who he was a great player, but we didn't have the quarterback. Chad Pennington couldn't get him the ball. Santana Moss, those were a good tandem. Man, I used to be excited as a fan seeing that, but we didn't have a quarterback that could stretch the field. Even though these guys were always open, but we couldn't get in the ball. So since Laverne Cole, who was a great player, you had Santana Moss, Wayne Cobat. Man, that guy was something, man. Always on third down, he was there. I wish that Keyshawn Johnson, who was my favorite player, could have just put his ego aside and work with Cobat, but he was too. He was about him, me. It wasn't a team guy. So I'm disappointed at that. But finally, the Jets have Garrett Wilson, who's the player of the future, man. From player of now in the future. So we could build from that. We have Sauce. I know Reed is not gonna stay like that, forever. He's older. He's an older player, so I know, maybe he got another year left. But I know, it's gonna be different. But Sauce, man, I'm hopeful for that. Jermaine Johnson, I'm hopeful for that because eventually Carl Lawson, yeah, he's doing good, but it's not the money. The money we give Carl Lawson, I was hoping for more production from him. So we'll see. But I know that next year they might trade him or cut him to he might become a cap casualty. So but you have Jermaine Johnson there that can take over. You have Huff who can take over to of that position. So I'm the defensive end room look pretty good. We have the players that can do that. So I'm hopeful for the Jets. Quarterback, we gotta do that. We gotta fix the offensive line, or the coaches gotta do better than that. The play calling, the scheme gotta change. All right, you gotta run the Shanahan offense. As a Jet fan, again, I used to be jealous watching the Denver Broncos just Terrell Davis doing his thing. Come on, because that offense was perfect, tailored to him. So if you copy it now, you should be able to to follow that. You could put any running back in that system. They guarantee you a 1,000 yard rusher. But so we're not using them properly, man. So we gotta do better. Anyway, I want to give a shout out. I want to congratulate Deion Sanders, man. Wow, that guy doing already left Jackson State a champion. They won, but he's already doing a great job and with the Colorados, man. And Colorado, he's doing an amazing job with the team already. Like Mike Zimmer. You all know Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer, was a great coach with the Vikings. They fired him. There was a lot of things with the GM. Of course, they couldn't agree on certain things on personnel. Again, if you hire someone, you have to be able to let them pick who they want, who they're comfortable with, who could do the job. But so that was one of the reasons that he got fired, not because they weren't winning, but he did enough. But I want to give a shout out to Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is going to be the new defensive coordinator for Deion. So with that team, so that's crazy. So an NFL coach, a former NFL coach, who you picking him. Yes, he was with him at Jackson State as an analyst, but he had his hand on that defense. So but now he's gonna be the defensive coordinator for Deion in Colorado. So that's great. That is great. No, you know what I mean. And you got a lot of coaches, man. A lot of head coach with different team, and Kent State coach. All those guys, UC coach. You know what I mean. All those guys are they're leaving where they were. They had opportunity to go elsewhere, get jobs, to be head coaches and stuff like that. But they decided, hey, let's build this with Deion. So man, you guys better watch out because it's gonna be they're building a powerhouse. They have the coaches to Deion, like I said, he want dogs. He want dogs on if you play football, you understand what it is, man. You want dogs. You want players that's coming in lights out. That's gonna put their body up, up to just but smart plays, of course, right? And they have the coaching staff that's gonna put the defense up there, man. Wow. It's again, Mike Zimmer's a good man. Listen, it was a good coach, but he's an even better defensive coordinator. All right, as a defensive mind, this guy gonna come in to young kids to teach them how to play defense, and they're gonna be lights out. All right, you saw what it was with Jackson State. They were undefeated. You know what I mean? They were undefeated. So now you're going to Colorado. You're gonna do. It's gonna be So I'm happy for Deion, man. So he's picking all the right people, all the right players, all the right coaches, with him. And you pick Kent State, not just picking Mike Zimmer, but Kent State coach, former head coach, great coach, you know what I mean. So he's picking a lot of coaches, like a lot of offensive specialists and defensive specialists to build and mold that team, to put that team together, man. That's gonna be crazy, and that says a lot about him, So Colorado, congratulations, you did a great job. I know picking Deion was the best thing for you, and he's already getting top recruits, players who could have went, elsewhere. They already promised to be for Deion, so that's a great thing. So I'm happy for him. Yeah, I'm happy for just wow. Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer will be the new defensive coordinator. Man, that says a lot. You know what I mean? That says a lot, man. So, whew, wow. Colorado, man. Congrats. You're gonna be all right. So, the stadium gonna be lights out. So I'm looking forward to watching the game. I might as well just get some tickets to go there, to go to some games. You know what I mean? To visit. But anyway, man. Anyway, that's all I have. Look, as I say, I'm trying this thing out. Like my boy Dave said, yeah, Rick, you got your hand on everything. So I'm trying different things. Yes, you can walk and chew gum. But anyway, man, I'm trying this thing out. Let's grow the channel with me. All right, let's grow with me. Subscribe. Subscribe to to the channel. You like it. You know what I mean? Ring the bell and just let's grow with me. You don't want to say, hey, down the line, hey man, I could have, Rick was doing this, I could have jumped in, but you didn't. Don't miss the train, man. Just jump in, come in, let's chat. Again, I love to talk sports. Shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to Colorado. Man. We all right. So let's go, man. Jets, we could do this. All right. Let's get this done, man. It's not over. Let's get this done. We have an opportunity to do it. Let's go, man. Let's make the playoff. All right. Let's get this done. JETS, baby. Let's go.